Hey guys, what's up? It's Rocket54 here, and I have another movie review for you guys today. Today I'm going to be doing a movie review on Magic Mike. Now the movie's directed by Steven Soderbergh and stars Channing Tatum as Mike, Alex Pettyfer as the kid, I don't remember his character's name in it, I forget, and Matthew McConaughey as Dallas. Now, basically, the plot of this movie is Channing Tatum's character, Mike, or Magic Mike, as he's known as his stripper name. He's a male stripper, and he ends up meeting Alex Pettyfer, out on the town one night. I think like outside a bar or something. And Channing Tatum takes Alex Pettyfer to like this strip club where and the thing is, Alex Pettyfer's character, he plays a 19-year-old. That's why he's kind of referred to as the kid, because, he's quite young. The kid ends up losing his virginity, not at that strip club, but he meets a girl there at the strip club. He ends up losing his virginity. He has, his first alcoholic drink. And then, he learns what Channing Tatum does for a living. He's a male stripper. And then he's like, I might actually have a shot at this. And Alex Pettyfer ends up becoming a male stripper too. And this isn't the movie you'd think it is. When I was a kid, I thought that this was like a comedy. And I used to laugh at my mom when I was a kid. I was like, haha, you just want to see Channing Tatum naked, haha. And that was how I felt about this movie for a long time. But my mom actually said to me, my mom's like, it's not like that at all, because this movie is actually serious. It's more of a drama than it is a comedy. I heard that that's not the way it is with the sequel, Magic Mike XXL. I heard that one's better, from a couple people, and I also heard it was a lot funnier. Now guys, going into this movie, I didn't really know what to expect. Because, I was like, I know it's a movie about male strippers, and I've heard that it's not a comedy and that it's a lot more serious. So, I was really hoping that this would be good, but I did not expect this. Because, guys, and I am honestly saying, this is my true opinion, Magic Mike is one of the best movies I have seen in a really, really long time. And I will get into the reasons why. First off, Steven Soderbergh is such an amazing director. Holy shit. I know he directed Ocean's 11, which I'm not even sure if I saw that movie. If I did, I was really young, but he is, I just cannot say enough how great of a director he is, because, he seemed like he was the only person who could direct this movie, and he did a damn good job at it. Second thing that I really liked, the cinematography. It is absolutely amazing. It's, right up there with Spring Breakers. Again, I'm not sure if I would say this movie's cinematography is better than Spring Breakers, because basically Spring Breakers' cinematography is up here. Magic Mike's cinematography is up here. They're pretty close. Another thing I liked, the choreography to this film was so well done. The thing is, none of them had even had experience except for Channing Tatum, because apparently he was actually a stripper for a little while before he made it big as a movie star. So Channing Tatum was the only one who had any experience, and when you see these dances and you see how complicated they were, you think to yourself, whoa, this isn't something that just anybody can do. They would have had to have trained and trained and trained for this. Because, you kind of get the impression that, none of them can really dance except for Channing Tatum, because if you've seen Step Up, then he's a pretty good dancer. But also one thing that I just kind of found funny. When I was a kid, I always thought this movie was directed by a woman, because, of the male stripper aspect. But no. It was a guy that directed it, a guy that wrote it, and the writer actually plays Paul in the movie. It was produced by 4 guys, and for the most part, it's mostly a male cast. The one thing that I was like, okay, yeah, this was probably done by a guy too. No. The choreography was actually done by a woman, which honestly shocked me, because there were so many guys that were involved with this movie that the one female person that was involved in the cast, well, I'm sure there was more than one female person involved in the crew, but I said cast, I meant to say crew. like, you know what I mean, like the one female person that, you know, you would expect to be doing like something else, like directing or writing the movie. She was the one that did the choreography to this, and I forget what her last name was. Her name was, oh yeah, Allison Falk, I believe was her name. She did a really good job choreographing this movie. Like, guys, I just can't stress enough how much I enjoyed this movie, and like, you know, just the overall finished product and how well it was put together, like, just blew me away. This is seriously one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Like, the direction, the cinematography, the acting, the characters, the overall just feel of the movie just it just feels right. It's just awesome. Like, go into this movie, like, you know, just think of this movie, like, don't think of it as the obvious. You're like, oh yeah, this is the typical movie girls like. Well, I'm a guy, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was tons of fun. However, I do have a few faults with it. One of them being, there was one scene that I know you were really supposed to take seriously. I'm not gonna say what it is because it kind of spoils something. It's a scene that you're really supposed to take seriously, but, like, you know, when you look at the obvious, you just can't. I just couldn't take it seriously. I was laughing. And I know I wasn't supposed to because it's not that kind of a scene, but just because something they put into the scene that was, like, you know, part of one of the characters, it just made me laugh. I'm not going to say what scene it is because then it'll be spoiling it. But yeah, another fault I had with the movie is some of the editing. And actually, wait, I'll say this before I say what I say about the editing. Some of the sound editing was either, it could have been just me or it could have been the settings on my TV. I have no idea. But throughout like the first like 20 minutes to the first half hour or so, I couldn't really hear much of what they were saying. It could have just been because of, like, you know, the loud club atmosphere in the beginning of the movie. But also, my biggest fault with this movie is some of the editing. Almost all of the editing faults are in the stripping scenes or the dancing scenes. And it happens more than once. More than once in this movie, there's, like, in the stripping scenes, like, while you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay, things are just about to get heated up. And then it just cuts to, like, something else. Like, that happened more than once in this movie. Like, there's a scene where, like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but just as, like, they, like, you know, like those tearaway pants, as soon as they, like, tear away the pants and, like, a flag goes down, you really expect things to start getting heated up. But no, it just cuts to something else. I mean, like, that's not the director's fault, it's the editor's fault. It's kind of a small nitpick, but overall, guys, Magic Mike is such a great movie. Sorry, hold on, I got a notification on my iPod there that kind of scared me. I thought that my recording stopped. But anyway, guys, Magic Mike is just overall such a fun movie. Really enjoyable. So many aspects of it are amazing. Guys, I'm gonna give Magic Mike an A. I'm almost contemplating giving it an A+, but for now I'm giving it an A. I'd have to rewatch it to see if it's worth an A+ or not. But overall, I cannot wait to watch this movie again, and I cannot wait to see the sequel. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like on this review if you enjoyed it. And remember, you guys, whenever being a male stripper, say no to drugs.